I've never had a boyfriend before and I'm 30.
Okay.
And all throughout my 20s this was something that actually really scared me. It was something I was super ashamed of, super embarrassed by. I felt really left out. I just thought I was like one of the only people because I was around a lot of people that were in relationships or who were already married and way ahead of me on that timeline. And I was scared that it was never going to happen for me. I have dated, I have been in situationships with men,
Of
but
course.
I've never met someone who I feel like I would want to spend a long period of my life with, like who I would want to be in a relationship with. And this was something that in my early 20s, I actually just never saw myself falling in love or being in a relationship. I always just thought like I would be the person who would never be in love and love was stupid. And I think ultimately it was just a way to avoid getting hurt. I definitely have been in toxic situations where I've been treated really poorly by men and just used in, I think you could put two and two together for situationships in your early 20s. And I think it really did mess me up. And it wasn't until I really started doing a lot of therapy around my mental illnesses that I learned kind of the impact those relationships, not relationships, situationships had on me overall. And so when I say I've never had a boyfriend, it used to be something that I was super, super ashamed of because I just figured at this point in my life, 30, I would definitely be in a situation or be at least close to like getting married, having kids, living with someone, like all those things I
Mm.
figured would already be like part of my life.
It's always 30. It's like even if men don't say anything, women themselves say by 30. Okay.
But they're not. I want to share a little bit about why I think that's okay and why I'm coming to terms with where I'm at in my life is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Even though at times I find it really hard, I still believe that everything will work out how it's supposed to. And I'm just trying to have more faith that the universe will guide me wherever I need to go. But I truly did believe that by now I would be in love and would have found my person. And I think it's super easy for people to say, like, if they've been in relationships in the past or had like really bad experiences, that to be like, girl, you're not missing out on anything. I totally respect where you're coming from, but I think if you're like me and you've never experienced a relationship or been with someone that you really love and want to spend more time with or see your future with, we don't know what that feels like.
And
By 2030, almost 50% of single ladies won't have ever had a sweetheart. 45% to be precise. That is the horrid projection, in light of patterns Morgan Stanley spread out in 2019. As the quantity of prime working age ladies in the US continues climbing, a stunning number of them are quitting connections through and through, hurling themselves completely into their professions, all things being equal. Indeed, they're supporting the economy and pushing up compensation, yet at what cost? Financial specialist Ellen Zentner brought up that the compensation hole used to be about schooling or vocation decisions. However, presently, everything unquestionably revolves around parenthood, or the scarcity in that department. Ladies who become moms frequently scaled back work or exit the labor force completely, which is the reason they make less. Yet, with less ladies deciding to be moms, the hole could contract. However, so will the quantity of families. The numbers don't lie. Single, childless ladies, somewhere in the range of 25 and 44, are set to soar from 41% in 2024 to 45% by 2025-2030. What's more, for the people who think this is only a blip, the pattern is supposed to continue to ascend at 1.2% consistently. Thus, prepare for an existence where more ladies are centered around ascending the professional bureaucracy, as opposed to building families, on the grounds that that is where we're going. These moving way of life standards are empowering more ladies, regardless of youngsters, to work all day, which ought to keep on raising the workforce support rate among single females, Zentner says. In any case, we should slice through the financial twist. Single ladies are handing over more money than the typical family on things like travel, nightlife, eating out, skincare, and retail treatment. Obviously, financial specialists will dress this up as a positive pattern, on the grounds that, hello, it's great for the economy, correct? Additional spending implies more development. In any case, what's the genuine expense here? Certainly, the economy may be getting a lift, however, society is following through on the cost. The rate of birth is as of now plunging underneath substitution levels, and studies show that unmarried, childless ladies are more inclined to emotional well-being battles and fearlessness issues. So while these ladies may be celebrating the good life at the shopping center or streaming off to the most recent problem area, there's a greater issue hiding underneath the surface. The family unit is the foundation of any solid society, and watching it blur out of spotlight is out and out discouraging. Less families mean less kids, less joyfully hitched couples, and a more somber future. In the meantime, these purported prime working-age ladies are committing their greatest years to professions and managers who can't muster the energy to care about them, taking part in easygoing sex that works on their psychological prosperity, and passing up the valid, deep-rooted satisfaction that accompanies being a spouse and mother. Indeed, the economy may be blasting, however, at what cost?
The report shows that by 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 by 2030 will be non-married, no kids, single.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might say, well, what's wrong with that? Okay, if you think that you're going to be 45 years old, no kids, not married, and that you're going to genuinely be fulfilled in life because you made money, best of luck to you, honey.
Right.
It's genuinely miserable to perceive how women's rights has sold ladies a bogus dream, one that guarantees strengthening and satisfaction yet frequently conveys the inverse. The advanced women's activist story has persuaded endless ladies that their value is attached to profession achievement, autonomy, and sexual freedom. Yet truly, this pursuit frequently leaves them feeling vacant and unfulfilled. Women's rights, in its journey to break the supposed chains of conventional orientation jobs, has walked out on the very things that numerous ladies track down profound and enduring euphoria in: family, parenthood, and significant connections. The development has pushed the possibility that being a spouse and mother is some way or another a lesser calling, something to be stayed away from for ascending the professional bureaucracy or seeking after transient joys. Ladies are informed they can have everything: vocation, freedom, and a satisfying individual life. Yet truly, many wind up forfeiting one for the other. The fantasy about having everything frequently transforms into a bad dream of exhaust, dejection, and botched open doors for certifiable association. The alleged opportunity women's rights offers frequently binds ladies to a determined quest for progress, leaving them wore out and disappointed. The saddest part is that numerous ladies don't understand the expense of this bogus dream until it's past the point of no return. When they perceive that vocation achievement doesn't embrace you around evening time or give similar profound fulfillment as raising a family, the chance for those things might have cruised them by. It is not necessarily the case that ladies shouldn't seek after vocations or individual objectives, yet the possibility that these pursuits are the main ways to satisfaction is a brutal double-dealing. Women's rights has sold an age of ladies on the possibility that they should dismiss customary jobs to be really cheerful. Yet in doing as such, it has stripped away the worth and magnificence of those jobs. It's a bogus dream, one that has left an excessive number of ladies pursuing something that won't ever give them the joy they were guaranteed. And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.